Marco, you ready to start? Marco, hello?
Yeah, babe, one sec. Just gotta do this one last thing.
Are you serious? We're supposed to be recording right now.
Babe, chill. Just
Okay,
give me a sec.
whatever. I'm done.
What's up, everyone? I'm Marco.
And I'm Natasha.
And we're the Motinos. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 5 tips for couples who argue. It's important that when you're working with your partner that you guys keep the arguments to a minimum and figure out the best way to work with each other. And we're going to discuss that in this video.
Have you asked yourself what you're arguing about? Literally, do it right now. Think about the last time you argued with your partner. And if you can't remember what it is, I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So let's think about the last time we had an argument. What was it about? It was something about this morning.
Yeah, we had like
feeding the dogs or something.
I don't even remember. It was just something really ridiculous.
So the point is that we don't remember, and the reason why is because it wasn't important.
Now, we aren't saying that all arguments aren't important. There's definitely arguments that you need to pay attention to and communicate with your partner. Trust me, like, we've been there, we've gone through it. There's plenty of arguments where we need to pay attention and focus and actually listen to each other and figure out why we're arguing. And then there's some that just have no...
They're irrelevant.
Yeah, they're just little small...
And obviously most of our arguments are his fault. Obviously.
Of course.
Just
I'm
kidding.
always to blame. I've gotten used to it, so...
Now, we still bicker from time to time.
Yes.
Imagine you spend all your time with the same person. It's going to happen. So don't expect it to be, like, perfect. You're bound to disagree. And it's just how you approach those disagreements that's going to make the world of a difference.
So we do spend a lot of time together, and it's normal when you're spending a lot of time with someone that, you know, you're going to get into little arguments and kind of get annoyed with each other. But it's figuring out how to get past that and just let go of those little things that really creates a strong bond. And that's what we're going to talk to you about in this video.
So we wanted to share this video with you guys, especially for those of you looking to get into business with your significant other. Expect to fight more. It's going to happen. You guys are going to be in each other's face. Disagreements are going to happen. Everyone has an opinion about something. So we're just going to go over some things that work for us.
And it becomes a bit harder when both partners are entrepreneurial minded, right? We all have our own ideas. We all have our ways of kind of doing things. So we have to really
bring our vision together.
Yeah, right? It has to meet somewhere and it has to be synchronized. Otherwise, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
All right, so the first tip is learn to walk away. So sometimes things get heated. There's a lot of like emotion released and anger, maybe a little bit of annoyance. And sometimes you just need that space. Learn to walk away, cool down, and then come back and try again.
Yeah. So when Mark and I started dating, he was the kind of person that wanted to fix things right then and there. So he never gave me my cool down space, which actually made things even worse. I would get even more mad. The fight would progress. So once he learned to give me my time to cool down, I'm the kind of person I really need my cool down space because I can get really heated. And once he actually allowed me to cool down, it really helped diffuse the situation because we were clear-minded when we approached the argument. Number 2 is hear each other out. Learn to listen. You know, sometimes we just need to let things out, and you may even find that in your argument, you'll actually understand your partner's point of view.
So, Natasha used to cut me off all the time during arguments. You know, she was really strict on her point of view. She didn't let me express my own. And, you know, once she figured that out and she started listening, she actually started agreeing. Not all the time.
It took me a while.
But sometimes, you know, she actually started agreeing with me, and it kind of changed things. So learning to listen to your partner's point of view is just as important as expressing your own. All right, so number 3 is say sorry. Learn to apologize, right? Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Learn to own up to whatever mistake you made and just apologize to your partner. Doing this makes a world of a difference, especially when you guys are arguing. Learn to just man up, right? Excuse my phrase. But learn to just...
Let go of your ego.
Yeah, say sorry. Apologize, and that's it. Move on.
And that's something that I really needed to work on when we first started dating, is I never wanted to give him the satisfaction of me apologizing to him.
Essentially her being wrong. She never wanted to.
Yeah, I had a really, really hard time with it. I never said sorry. Even when I was in the wrong, I never said sorry. So I apologize for that. I'm way better at it now. Sometimes I can still, it's really hard for me, but I know how to own up to it. And I have found that by apologizing and just letting go of my ego, it de-escalates the situation a million times, by a million times, and it makes such a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So definitely start saying sorry to your partner. So number 4 is try texting one another. This sounds weird because a lot of the times situations can be miscommunicated because of the lack of emotion, but that's exactly why this works.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes we'll do this, especially in a heated argument, right, where we're both like furious. What we'll do is, like, let's say she goes to a different room, I go to a different room. Most likely I'll come to the basement and do some work. We'll grab our phones and we'll like just kind of conversate over text. Zero emotion is attached, and it kind of helps us calm down a little bit because she's not, like, I can't tell if she's yelling at me through text, right? She can't tell if I'm yelling at her. The emotion is kind of gone, and it allows us to communicate better. This is something that we discovered just like naturally doing it.
Mainly for like the small, like petty arguments, like, oh, you forgot to let the dogs out in the morning, like things like that. So definitely give it a try. It really does work.
Number 5, and the last tip that we have for you, is take some time apart. Spend some time away from each other, whatever that is. It's healthy, it's good, it lets you reset and kind of just do things for yourself and just be with you for a little while, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to spend every moment together.
Especially if you're like in the same house all day, like you don't have to necessarily go out, but you can, one person can be in the living room playing, some video games with his friends for a couple hours, and the other can, go to their room and, I don't know, paint their nails or read a book or whatever. Like, just do that. Like, separate yourselves a bit because you are going to need that time apart. So these are the 5 tips that helped us manage our arguing. We'd love to hear what works for you guys. So if you want to leave a comment below, please do, because it's always good to try new things.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell so you get notified as soon as more videos come out. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.